back just a little bit, and I'll give you the honors to ask about visions for a better future.
Oh, ah,
Judge, are you there? And thank you again. Are you there, sir? He may be. He's having technical difficulties.
I see his name.
And he tried so hard. We'll see if he comes on. He's there, but he had to go through a lot. I think
All
there's
right.
there.
Can you see me?
Yes,
I'm sitting in the back
hi.
seat of a vehicle and I'm going to an event in Georgia where I'm doing some political speaking. All right. How's everybody?
We are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking a few moments of your busy schedule to grace us with your presence. Thank you so much, Judge Joe Brown. Big supporters and fans of your work. So the question that we have been talking about is what is your opinion about what would make us a stronger and better union? What would make us what it's too big of a conversation to get too big. But if you could do something to change things right now, not talking about personalities, but talking about what would you change about our government? What would you change?
Restore the yin yang balance.
See, what was I
Country has
just
become
saying?
entirely too feminized, and you have de escalated the masculine component of this country, and it's not working very well. There's too much violence because of the lack of masculinity. That violence spreads itself through hood and hallway. We do not have balance, and we need to start focusing on realities instead of personalities and emotive feelings. There's a need to be deep off into duty, honor, obligation, responsibility, accountability, being brave and courageous, and being committed to making where you are a better, safer, more secure place filled with economic prosperity, sense of purpose, morality, and ethics, and dedicating yourself to public peace, dignity, and order. We do not have that now. So we need to get back to a meritocracy rather than a sense of entitlement, which goes nowhere. And we're too deep into something I call that parable of feeding a man a fish rather than teaching him how to fish. So
Mm-hmm.
we've got some changes we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so
Now,
much.
that's simple and
That's an
to the
overview.
point.
And that's what we appreciate you for. Right straight to the point. Creating balance. I agree. I agree. If you could pick one thing that you could do right now, if say all the power were in your hands, what one issue would you deal with first?
First issue, a little bit of black folk getting the slave mentality out of their systems. Our culture teaches us to be slaves, and we don't understand why we can get nowhere. But there are people who look like us who come into this country, and in one generation, they've succeeded, whereas we've been here for multiple generations and have not, with certain exceptions. There was a thing done way, way back when of putting elements of slavery in the black or the Negro culture so that the Negroes made good slaves of themselves, and that's still in effect.
Mhm.
We don't think like people do who are supposed to be free. We keep thinking of how we get done wrong, and we don't understand that when something is doing you wrong, that's a form of adversity, which gives you the opportunity to conquer it, which makes you a hero or a shero if you do so, or at least you die in a good cause if you can't make it.
Mm-hmm. I
Now,
completely agree. Hmm. Yeah, that would change everything.
and by the way, we need to do something with our preachers too. They haven't been preaching about sin and good behavior. They've been, shall we say, dealing with expediency, and that'll send them to burn in hell where they ought to, because they're the ones that ought to be delivering the message, not delivering the perversion. So we have some preachers that need to burn in hell, and some black folk that need to understand that there's more to it than suffering. There's more to it than expediency. Sometimes things are right and wrong, and you have to deal with that.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, really quickly, because the Honorable Judge Joe Brown has limited time, but he graced us. If you all would like to just say a quick hello to him so we can give him back his Saturday and his function, I appreciate it. And again, Honorable Judge Joe Brown, thank you so very much.
Yes.
Retired
I gotta
efforts
go
to
get on
connect.
some people's cases at this tailgate function they're having a football game down here in deep in Georgia, Savannah.
Oh, okay. Well, if everyone would like to speak really
Any
quickly,
questions,
please.
anybody? You have
Oh,
me for a few
all
minutes
right. You
anyway,
heard him.
so
He has a
ask
few
away
minutes.
if you need.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
So, a quick question.
Anything?
So, with all your background and all your experience, what is your future endeavor?
I'm an old man. I'm retired. I'm trying to pass the torch on, keep the thing lit so it doesn't get rained on and put out. Get motivated. Get a bit more radical. Don't ask me what to do. You should be telling me what to do. Take control. And don't ask me to give you the control, because if you can't take it, you don't deserve it. Not talking about you personally, but
Right.
just what's going on. You're going to run things, take charge.
Right. Perfect.
Now,
Excellent.
what you have in store about taking charge and moving things to the next level?
Judge, Honorable Judge.
Anybody?
Well, we actually kind of missed what you said. It broke up a little bit. Brainwaves, do you have a question for Honorable Judge Joe
Well,
Brown?
let me say this. I have a question for you. Is your generation or your generations going to take charge and get a little back in what you're doing right now to make things move on?
Well, let me say this real quick, Judge Joe Brown.
Don't ask anybody to give it to you. Take it.
I agree with you totally.
All right.
And I agree with you totally. And the panel is amazing. What I did is I had start my own political party because I didn't like the way other ones were running. Now, some people may agree and some people may disagree, but at least this is the forefront that God has afforded me the opportunity to step into. And now a lot of people are joining the Newsome party. So I know we're moving in the right direction. It's a party of righteousness. But I think the overall objective, like you're saying, is we lead by example. And that's the outline me and my team function under. We lead by example.
Well, example is good, but then there's this thing called you have to make the maneuvers. You have to deal with the strategies and the tactics, and you have to cut the ropes, literally or figuratively. You have to make the deals. You have to be able to what other people are up to and them in the chess game stay 6, 7, 8, 10 moves ahead. Just a word up.
I agree with you. Exactly.
People are ruthless about this, and the consequences sometimes are very lethal because people die in the streets when this goes wrong.
Yeah, so true.
Brainwaves, do you have a question?
I'm going to ask you this, Judge, and thank you for your time coming on this panel with us. It's very, you said some powerful words, and it's very humbling. And thank you also for coming to my state. I'm a native Georgian, so AT alien, as we like to say it.
George.
Yes, sir. The question that I would have for you is, have you noticed a significant enough change with the younger generations in terms of the ventures that we all need to take that torch up with, in your opinion?
No, I haven't. No, you're entirely too passive. And you expect people to do too much for you. You have to do it yourself, and you don't need to ask. Take.
That is something why I actually just get involved and take charge myself. People ask me, well, why are you involved with this and you're involved with that in so many different areas and arenas? I serve where I'm actually at. So I take charge when there's an issue. I just jump up and do it. And if someone, I don't wait for people to do the same thing. And I remember God spoke that to me a long time ago. He said, quit looking for someone to do what I called you to do. So I think that's something I wanted to say out loud to everyone here. Judge Brown, he's been saying this. I want to reiterate it too. We all, if you're listening, have to just take charge. We can't sit back and expect any leadership to do it, anyone to do it. If it's on your heart, if it's on your mind, just do it. Like Nike, just jump in there and do it. You'll make that difference. That's what Judge is talking
And
about.
on the national level, we have no leadership at the moment. Locally, we do have some prospective leaders. You, all of you, may be in that cadre that needs to develop itself. We do not have it on a national level. Nowhere. So there's a complete power vacuum. We have people that look like us nominally in control, but they're not doing anything because they come from a background where they were peaceful and safe. They were reasonable. They did not do anything outside of the ordinary. They got power, but they did absolutely nothing with it. And what they wound up doing was simply using the opportunity to steal and enrich themselves at the public expense. So we have to do something about getting rid of that and getting ourselves in a position where we can do something with the political opportunities that present themselves and don't belong to anybody. You belong to no party. Your objective is to obtain benefits for yourself and your people and for your country. So you live here. This is your country. You may not like it. If you don't like it, change it. And to change it, you can't go along to get along. So if you always vote for one party, no matter what they don't do for you, and no matter what the other party tries to do for you, you don't vote for them. Neither party has any incentive to do anything for you. So make your support be part of a bargain, which demands that you get something out of it. When you have leadership that looks like you, demand that they act in accordance with your interests, not theirs. All right.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you. You don't know it, but you've actually restated things that we have said already today. So you just came in and gave us a nice exclamation point. Thank you so much, Judge. Really appreciate you.
My pleasure. 2 thumbs up. All right. I'm out of
Thank
here.
you.
I got people to talk to.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir. Bye-bye now.
Ciao for now.
All
Thank you,
right.
ma'am. Thank all of you, young brothers. Keep it up. Do what you have to do.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sir,
Joe.
All
thank you.
right.
Oh yeah, I got it. I'll spray it.
All right. Thank you
Thank you,
again,
Joe.
Honorable Judge Joe Brown, Cynda Williams, Sodi, Mr. James Williams, Brainwaves, Dr. Frederick, Ware, Newsome. Somebody I think dropped off. I don't know. Did I say Sodi? Ms.Sodi? Brainwaves.
I'm
You
here.
will that this has been amazing. And let's get to the continuation of the second part of this. But I hope everyone has enjoyed this thus far. This has been amazing. So thank you. Thank you all. And I mean that sincerely.
Thank you. Thank you, DoeEyes, for giving us the opportunity on your platform. We don't have a lot of time, but like I said, there were some things that the judge said that were right in line with some of the things that we were saying. He did. We right before he came on was talking about the imbalance between the masculine and the feminine. From his perspective, it's become too feminine. I have an opposite agree. I think it's just out of balance.